The Republican National Committee has unanimously voted to withdraw from the Commission on Presidential Debates. That commission has overseen the political debating process in the U.S. for decades. RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel released a statement today saying the committee will find, quote, newer, better debate platforms, accusing the CPD of being, quote, biased. This is the latest escalation in a years-long dispute between the RNC and the CPD following grievances leveled by former President Donald Trump. Mr. Trump has accused U.S. presidential debates of being unfair in aspects including format and moderator selections. The commission has yet to respond to the decision.
Like with everything else, anything that Donald Trump wants to have happen for himself, for his own selfish reasons, of course, spreads into the rest of the Republican Party. So the RNC here, headed by Ronna McDaniel, is trying to pull out of all debates, or actually has said, we're gonna not participate in these debates because of how biased and unfair they are. It sounds a lot like Donald Trump. Now, she's trying to make sure she gets everyone within the Republican Party to also sign on to this, because I'm sure there's Republicans that actually want to debate because they probably believe in the things that they believe in and they want to tell people about it. But that's not gonna stop them from trying to stop them from doing that as well. Watch more.
This is about the general election debates. There are usually 3 of them with a vice presidential debate, and so that's what the commission oversees. But it's really important to note here that the commission deals directly with the candidates, not with the RNC, not with the DNC, directly with the candidates. So the candidates decide whether they want to participate in debates. Now, what the RNC has done in announcing this decision is that they said that they are going to require the candidates to sign a pledge that they will not participate in a non-sanctioned debate by them. So they are trying to get Republican candidates on board with this, but there is a big question about what the enforcement mechanism really would be.
Now a pledge has to be signed by Republicans to make sure that they follow these rules to not participate. Do you guys remember there was the pledge that they all, it wasn't necessarily signed, but they all verbally or at least showed by a sign of hands. Who's gonna make sure that no matter what happens in 2016 is when Trump was running the first time. In 2016, they said, hey, if you lose, you have to pledge that you're still gonna vote for Republicans. Remember the guy who didn't? His name was Donald Trump. He said, you know, if I don't win, why should I commit to that? And everyone else, I think Ted Cruz was maybe the other one that was on the fence there. Everyone's like, oh, totally, yeah, I'm on board, I'll sign up. Now Donald Trump has put this kind of pressure on the party, told them his grievances and that they should collect all that as their own, which they have. And now everyone is supposed to be signing some kind of pledge to vow to be like Donald Trump. It's weird how that whole thing is flipped, but they haven't cared about it. They haven't acknowledged it at all. A few more details here, Jackson, before I jump in, because of what he did to get them to this point. I did mention it, but here's a few details. So in 2020, Trump threatened to sit out the debates after he blasted blasted the process in 2016 when he said it was a, quote, rigged deal that a commission co-chair was President Bill Clinton's former press secretary, even though the other co-chair used to head the RNC. Facts like that don't matter. Trump did end up withdrawing from one debate that was switched to a virtual format, and it followed his bout with COVID, and he called the change not acceptable after it was made without consulting the campaigns. Trump also repeatedly claimed that debate moderators were biased against him, like he says with anything else. So the RNC is agreeing with him, but we'll get to their statements in a second. What are your thoughts here, first off, about this following game that they've got?
Well, first, of course, the RNC is agreeing with Donald Trump because he controls the party. But remember, Donald Trump, he's already said that he's not interested in debating. And the fact is that when Donald Trump enters the race, which everyone knows that he will, unless they lock him up, which of course, let's not hold our breath about that. But when he enters the race, what Republicans are gonna challenge him? Probably none, because there will be no point to it. It won't even look good for them. They're just gonna step aside. And actually, I just saw somebody in the comments said he doesn't wanna talk, he wants to walk straight into office. And that's exactly what this is. But the precedent that's being set more and more is we do not have to play by the rules. And the way that their base sees it is that the Republican Party's defending American honor and they're just defending the process, when in fact they're the ones who are destroying the process. They can't defend the fact that they're, criminalizing abortion every chance they get. They can't defend the fact that they're not for the public good in general. All these moves they're making against the LGBTQ community, banning dozens of math books because of critical race, they can't defend these things. So what better way to not defend them than to just not defend them? You know what I'm saying?
They definitely don't want to talk about it. Because then when the challenges come, they then have to back it up with hopefully facts some kind of examples, or at least how it affects the their broad constituents. Which none of it would, and they definitely don't want to talk about it. I've said it almost damn near every show. There was a consultant, a Republican strategist that said, it's best the Republicans don't have an agenda, don't point out any policies, and just go off of this culture war things that people are glumming onto. Well, some of their supporters aren't necessarily on board with this, but who cares? They probably won't listen to this either. Let's jump down to the fifth graphic here, you guys, because the response from what they would hope to be their voters is actually this. 37% of GOP respondents said that they supported the RNC's decision, while 34% said that they're opposed to the move, and 29% said that they haven't formed an opinion. We'll see what that 29 figures things out. So anyway, also some 54% of Republican respondents said that it's very important for candidates to participate in debates, while 26% said that it's only somewhat important. So next question, Jackson, to wrap this story up is, will they care about that? Is that gonna change anything? Or are they gonna go, oh, well, we noticed something a little different. Maybe we're wrong.
No, I don't think that, I mean, they say they care now in principle, but again, when it all said and done, Donald Trump runs the party and they're not gonna vote Democrat. So, they may be like, and that's what we're gonna see. If Donald Trump doesn't debate, they're gonna be like, well, would have been nice to see him do it, but and they're still gonna vote for him. And again, they know that. So, that's all it is. This party is completely undemocratic. That's it.
Or they'll glum onto the whole thing you said at first, which is, well, Donald Trump doesn't want to deal with this unfair process. I'm glad the RNC is doing the same.
Yeah,
as long as he says it, as long as the cult leader says it, you have to go along.
And that's their excuse.
Yeah.